All right, shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel, whoever you might be out there. Let's start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Brachah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah for the GMS Denver camp, and doing a lesson on how we are not ignorant to the plots and plans of Esau Edom, all right, who was the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, all right? See, Esau is manipulated under satanic energy, and we understand through the scriptures what he's doing in these last days, man. And that's what 2 Corinthians 2:11 goes into. Now, this right here is a quote, as you can see, is a chessboard, right? Because we're playing chess, all right? Spiritually speaking, you gotta be wise, all right? You gotta understand your opponent's maneuvers, all right, and how he's trying to set you up. That's what we do in the spirit, all right? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai, we're playing chess spiritually, and we see Esau making his moves, man, on the chessboard, all right? Now it says here, this is a quote from 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, in order that Satan might not outwit us, for we are not unaware of his schemes. And there's a lot of schemes that are taking place back to back in these last days, man. And we see right through the shit. The main one going on right now, one of the main ones is this whole presidential election thing with Joe Biden stepping down and Kamala Harris stepping up. That's a scheme, man. And we can prove it to you. Matter of fact, I'm going to play a video for you. But this is all in order to cause civil unrest, to bring chaos in the streets. That's what they're doing. All right? Because they know that if Kamala Harris becomes elected as the president of the United States, all hell is going to break loose with these goddamn Edomites, man. And these red-blooded Americans. People finna act a goddamn fool out here. They don't want to see a woman in the White House first of all, and then they don't want to see a so-called woman of color. Now we know that she's not black, so-called. She's not a Negro. She's not an Israelite. All right, we don't suspect that she's an Israelite because her father, for what we understand, is an Elamite. All right, a so-called East Indian, but they're trying to set her up as a so-called black woman to enrage the people. All right. Because if you didn't know, we live in a very racist country. All right, but anyway, let's play the video clip. So check this out. Our brothers have been posting this video clip, but look at this. Check this out.
On October 18th, 1989, in West Branch, Iowa, Gerald Ford, the 38th President of the United States, shared history with students from across Iowa. The visit was part of a conference on the role of former presidents in American society, sponsored by the Herbert Hoover Library and Museum and the Gerald Ford Library and Museum. Here's how these students took advantage of a rare learning opportunity.
Thank you very, very much. It's a very high honor and a very great privilege for me to come to West Branch and to participate in this conference, which is being held here at the Hoover facilities.
Mr. Ford, what advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law. our Constitution.
Now, do you hear what this is? Do you hear this, man? Do you hear what this Edomite is saying? All right. Gerald Ford, all right, 1989, way back then, they're telling you that they have a plan for this to happen. And come on, man, he said that the president will die. He pretty much outlined exactly what's going on right now, showing you that these damn devils plan a lot of this shit out, man. They had a plan to collapse this society, all right, to bring forth their new world order. They could go either way. Either, Kamala Harris could get, put into the president's seat and all hell breaks loose, or she could lose to Donald Trump and all hell will still break loose underneath the tyrannical rule of Donald Trump. He's going to bring back, the firing squad. He's going to bring all kind of harsh laws, man, to collapse the society. Okay? Either way. But this right here shows you that this devil, man, he's very wicked and he plans these things out. This is all a stage, man. And all these people, they're so invested into this society, voting and shit, thinking that they're honestly out here voting, that their vote counts. Come on, man. Everything is already set up. All right? Part of Esau's wicked devices. This is way back in 1989, man. He's telling you exactly what they're doing right now. He said the president is going to die, and then the woman is going to step up that's in the vice president's position. Come on, man.
And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination in the future. But that's the way it's going to happen, and I think it'll probably come sometime in the next 4 or 8 years.
All right, so they're executing that plan now. All right, let's prove that. There's an article that just came out recently. So check this out. Tell me if this is a coincidence. So this is from thepeoplesvoice.net, and it says, all right, Frank Biden, my brother Joe is on his deathbed. So now Sleepy Joe is getting ready to die, according to them. All right. It says Joe Biden's brother Frank has confirmed that the president was forced to drop out of the 2024 presidential race due to his rapidly deteriorating health condition. All right. Frank Biden told CBS News that he was incredible proud of his brother, okay, but also admitted that Joe Biden is on his deathbed with not much time left to live. Get the fuck out of here, man. They planned this way back in the day. This is all a plot, man. For what? Civil unrest. Because they know that if that happens, if he dies and Kamala Harris steps in the presidency seat, that these damn Edomites are finna lose their fucking mind. All right? And cause chaos to ensue. They're gonna take to the streets. Okay? And that's what they want, man. So they can invoke martial law and lock the cities down, man. That's what they want. All right. So it says Infowars.com reports Frank Biden saying, I'm incredibly proud of my brother. Selfishly, I will have him back to enjoy whatever time we have left. He is a genuine hero. Country over self. It sounds corny in our cynical political environment, but neither he nor I are cynical. The goal remains the same: defeat Trump and continue the work Joe has done. My hope is that the party rallies around this heroic act. Fuck out of here. All right. When asked directly whether his brother's health and vitality played a major role in his decision to drop out, Frank Biden answered, in my humble opinion, absolutely. In addition to his obvious cognitive and physical decline, President Biden still has the C ragamuffin. All right, you see it right there, as we affectionately call it here at GMS, or the C19. All right. So they're trying to bring that shit back. As well as the bird sickness that they've been talking about. All right. They trying to stir up chaos, man. So there you go, man. All right. You see what's going on. They talked about this way back in 1989. All right. It's no coincidence. These devils ain't slick. All right, but this is all prophecy, all right? This devil is nothing more, he's doing nothing more than fulfilling prophecy, no matter what he does, all right? This is all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because it's right here in the scriptures, all right? 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 14, in the Apocrypha, it says, woe, it means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Modern day sword is what? The firearm, the gun. All right. And there's a lot of those here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. And they're going to be used. And a lot of people are going to die. Okay. In the very near future. All right. There's division here in America, Babylon the Great. The Edomites are divided amongst each other. Or you get the Republicans versus the Democrats. You know, all this type of shit going on, man. It's going to lead to violence and civil unrest. And they're just trying to stir the pot, man. All right. The inflation, you know, is stressing the people out. It's making it hard to live, you know. Spraying chemtrails and affecting people's health and their mental state. All these things play a factor in all hell breaking loose. Just so we can step in and quote unquote restore the order. All right, by way of violence and draconian laws, man. All right, so that's what's coming. For there shall be sedition among men, all right, going against the government, going against the powers that be, all right, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. We can see it happening. All right, we can see it happening, man. The people, they're fed up. The Edomites are fed up, man, of their own government. They finna lose their damn minds. All right? They finna take to the streets and say, we're gonna take our country back. They even had a fucking rally in Nashville not too long ago. A bunch of Edomites marching the streets, which we believe are federal agents portraying a white nationalist group. Stir up the pot. But anyway, the point is that they were marching in Nashville talking about we gonna take our country back. You see the direction that things are going in. All right, it's fulfilling this prophecy right here. They're not gonna regard the authorities anymore. They're gonna just do whatever they feel like doing. Okay, because even these Edomites, all right, that are out here, they feel like their country is corrupt. They know it is. So yeah, man, they finna act out. They finna wild out here very shortly. Either way, whether Donald Trump win or whether Kamala Harris win, this is gonna be fulfilled right here. Oh, and it's a theory that, you know, gonna bring this out, that it might not even be an election. All right, some crazy calamity could break out and cause the election to cease. Okay? So we'll see, man. But things are heating up. Things are heating up. So here's a video that popped up. I'm going to check this out. I haven't seen it as of yet, but let's see what this guy says. But the title says, National Emergency. Chaos is breaking loose after Biden dropped out. So let's see what he has to say about this matter. This guy, you know, I'm subscribed to his channel, Full Spectrum Survival. He goes in on a lot of these current events. So let's see what he has to say about this.
Yesterday's dropping out of the race from President Joe Biden and his entire administration blowing up shows just how close to the edge we are in the United States of America. The political system here inside of this country is at an ending point. This happens every empire. It happens during every time that a country undergoes severe change. This change will come in the form of revolution and rebellion inside the United States of America as a country that has been divided between two very, very distinct political lines comes to...
Did I not just say that, man? You see? This place is through, man. They know. These damn Edomites, even they know that this place has an end, man. We're at the end of it. All right? America is through. It's done. Take your mind out of this place and focus on salvation. Focus on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. All right? Because you're going to need Yahweh Shem Yahushua to protect you from all the hell that's getting ready to ensue at the fall of this current society.
War and blows between each other. You will see Democrats acting out against Republicans and those who identify with their political ideologies, and you will see Republicans fighting back against Democrats for their views and what they believe is happening. This country is about to endure a lot of chaos. No matter, and I expect President Trump to win the administration here in November, but no matter whether that happens or not, or if they pull some shenanigans and we see some extreme things happen in this country, I believe that the people are going to act out. So now's the time for you to get ready and for you and your family to be as prepared. You got to be on top of your game. So that means if you don't, I don't know how many of our viewers are active self-protection individuals. If you don't have some form of self-protection, please get out there and get one. I would argue that it is more important to you and your life right now than stocking your pantry. And you guys know that I'm always out here telling.
Now, you see what he just said? He's pretty much telling you to get a gun, man. Did we not read that a second, Edges? Let's get that again. All right, let's get that again. All right, let's read it again. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15. It's like he almost quoted this. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun. And that man is talking about that in that clip. All right, if he's saying it, everybody else is saying it too, not just him. So get ready for some violence, man. All right, people in the streets with the modern day swords in their hands, unaliving each other. All right.
You stock your pantry, buy 3 weeks, 6 months worth of food, a year worth of food, and that's easy. Don't get me wrong. Don't think about a $30,000 grocery bill. I'm talking about stock it with rice in 5-gallon white buckets, stock it with canned chicken, stock it with canned vegetables, real easy things that everyone can do. But I'm telling you right now, do not do that if you don't have a way to protect your life and the lives of the people who are around you. You have to be ready because the rest of the country is about to take a stance and they are going to act and they're going to feel like they have been pushed over their line. You remember what makes a person act out in rage and violence is a lot of times perception. So you have two people who are road raging against each other, right? One of them, and I'll give you a great example. A guy in a recent road rage video came out of his car up to a white truck and he was foolishly brandishing a weapon without being prepared to use it. You see, whenever I'm teaching somebody about the proper firearms instruction and ways to handle a firearm, you never ever touch it unless you're ready to use it. Why? There's no point. Doing something is not going to, holding a piece of metal doesn't do you any good. You're either in fear of your life or you are not. You are either prepared to use it or you are not. This guy runs up to this vehicle with this weapon in his hand, right? And he moves it, shows the guy. Now, the guy in the truck can't see him. And he switches hands and then he goes to put his hand back up, like pointing at the guy or closing a fist. And the guy just lays him out. Done and done. That's perception. The guy perceived the threat, which was valid. Don't get me wrong. The cops saw it. They saw video of it. They said, hey, you're free to go. You acted in self-defense. You were obviously in fear of your life. This happened in a way that you couldn't have avoided. Your cars were blocked up. You couldn't even have left the situation. They knew that this was a closed case. They couldn't catch this guy or push him for any sort of charge. But he had the perception that this guy lowered a weapon and was about to bring it up to his window and smacked him with a whole bunch of holes. Now, here in the country, we see people who are getting the perception that they are under some sort of attack. You remember back in the day when we had people really worried about other people following them home and they said the CIA was following them home. There's a perception of things and events that can make people act. Well, right now, the Democrats, the Republicans, they each perceive a very real threat on their own side of what is going to happen to them, to their children, to their businesses or their livelihoods, to their ability to buy food, to their... Look at what's happened already with inflation and shrinkflation. We have a government who has allowed this to happen. They have taken the money from the poor and given it all the more to the rich. And so please be careful, because even though Biden dropped out and they're pushing for Kamala Harris to go in, Guys, the next couple of months, the next year, is going to be one that you have never experienced anything like it before.
Let's get the precepts out really quick before we continue. So I want to bring this out, all right? End time prophecy, all right? The Lord Yahweh Shai himself speaking in Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, all right, food shortages, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, so there you go. Nation against nation. That's talking about a race war. And that's what they want to pop off. They want a race war to pop off. They want the purge to happen. They even have a movie, called Purge Election Year? Come on, man. Come on, man. But this all relates to prophecy. All right, it's all in the scriptures, man. The Bible is the true book of prophecy. And the men of the Lord are able to break it down to you in these last days. As they're moved by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're here to warn you. These things will happen. It ain't going to be no turning this back, man. You people that have hope and none of this shit actually happening. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Your best bet is to prepare spiritually. Let's get a precept on that. All right. So this is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. The elect, all right, they see the evil that's coming. All right. Through the prophecies, we see through the things that are happening in the earth and how they're related to prophecy, we see them coming to pass. And what are the elect doing? What are the hopeful elect doing? They're hiding themselves under the shadow of the Almighty, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because they know that that's their only protection at the time we're coming into. When all hell breaks loose, when Jacob's trouble pops off, as it tells you in Jeremiah 30, verse 6 on down. A time of great violence is coming, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. So we're hiding ourselves in this truth. All right? We're calling on the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and begging him for mercy to protect us from what's coming. Because it's all the anger of the Lord, man, for this wicked society. He's finna bring chaos and calamity and death and destruction for the wickedness that goes on here, man. All right? And the only ones that are gonna be able to escape are those that are covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. All right? So, yeah, man, it's not the time to pass on this warning. Like a lot of our people are doing, the 2/3, man. They hear these warnings and they continue to move on in their ignorance and in their stupidity, walking right to their death. All right? They cast this word behind them. They thought that what we were saying is not important. They're going to see that everything that we're saying is a matter of life and death for you. All right? Because we're coming straight out of the scriptures, man. All right? We're not out there speaking our own opinion. We're telling you what's coming because it's the word of the Most High. This is the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Playing out as we speak. And one thing the dude said, he said that we're coming into a time like this earth has never seen, like this country has never seen. Well, that's scriptural as well. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael, or Michaela, the archangel, stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, children of Israel. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Talking about the elect. Those are the only ones that are going to make it out of this thing, man. Everybody else, all right, who has rejected the word of the Lord, man, including the 2/3 of you Israelites here in America, you're gonna die. All right? Point blank, period. It's going to get so bad that the Lord's going to have to send the archangel Michael to protect us in that time, man. It's going to take miracles to protect us in the time we're coming into. That's how bad it's going to get. That's how much death is coming. It could be at any moment, man. The next few months, weeks. All right? It's coming. Now, before we get back to the video, I want to bring this out too. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 6. And it says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So that guy was talking about, go out there and stock up on ammunition and guns and all this stuff. That's what everybody's doing. Everybody's doing that. Okay? And this is wisdom right here, because we understand that that's not going to save you, man. I believe this is King David, if I'm not mistaken, who was saying this right here. Who was a mighty man of war. very valiant with the sword. But he understood that it comes down to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai being on your side, man. All right? You got a lot of wicked motherfuckers out here that got swords. But does that mean they're going to escape the judgment of the Lord because they got a gun? Nah, man. If the Lord got it slotted for you to die in the coming time we're coming into, then you're going to die. No matter how many guns you got. All right? It's not a sin to have one, but just know that's not going to determine your salvation, man. Point blank, period. So civil unrest is coming, and we see it. Even these people see it, man.
And so just going to the grocery store, going to the bank, doing these things is going to be very, very potentially dangerous. Now remember, the difference between paranoia and understanding reality is understanding that it's potentially dangerous, not actually dangerous to go to the grocery store. You have a potential to enter into an area.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous going to the grocery store here very shortly, too. All right? When all hell breaks loose, most likely the supply chain is going to be broken. All right? People are going to be killing each other over food, man. The famines are prophesied to happen. Everything is leading up to these prophecies taking place. Okay? Everything, man. So I'm going to end it right there. You can watch the entire video yourself. I'm going to end up finishing the video. But for time's sake, I'm going to end it right here. Just know what's going on right now is end time prophecy, and there's no sidestepping it. Your best bet as an Israelite is to return back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? What does it say? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. You're going to need divine protection in these times we're coming into, man. All right? So I'm going to end it right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, Kwame Yasharala and the Abad Babal. Oh, really quick. Calling on Jesus Christ ain't going to help you, man. You need the true names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Shalom.